Unit 6, page 78, Writing. 2. You are going to hear 4 speakers talking about university education. Match each speaker with the correct group of people. Speaker 1.
As far as I'm concerned, going to university is a two-edged sword. Sure, it's interesting and enjoyable. I've made loads of new friends and hopefully I'll get a useful qualification and a good job at the end of it. On the other hand, I'll have a huge debt to pay back. I've heard people say it can take years for fees and loans to be repaid. So I'm really enjoying my course, but I must admit I'm a bit worried about what happens afterwards.
Speaker 2.
If we want to compete with other countries, we really do need to have at least 50% of our young people in higher education. Especially in areas like technology, science and business, we need young people who are educated to a world-class standard. The only way for this to happen is for us to increase access to higher education. This means we have to provide more places at more institutions, and therefore extra funding, massive extra funding if we're serious about enabling half or more of our young people to go to university.
Speaker 3.
Of course, we want what's best for them. When I was that age, only about 10% of 18-year-olds went on to higher education. You were special if you went to university in those days, a sort of elite. Now anyone can go, and I suppose that's a good thing, as long as the universities aren't lowering their standards. Our main worry is money. We think university education should be free for everyone who's good enough to get in. As it is, our son will be paying off his debts for at least 10 years. That doesn't seem fair, given that his having a degree will help the country.
Speaker 4.
We're all in favour of opening up higher education to as many young people as possible, but of course this costs money, not just in the education itself, staffing and so on, but in additional administrative costs, extra student accommodation. And of course the money's got to come from somewhere. If the government's not prepared to fund us, then we have to depend on other sources. At the moment, our main source of income is home student fees, but in the future we expect to recruit more overseas students who pay higher fees.